Hi, this is Kimberly from Are You Awakening? And I am here to talk to you about whose reality is valid. Is your reality the only valid one? And what is reality, first of all? All right, let's go through a little scenario that I went through the other day. I was sitting outside on Santa Monica Boulevard eating a salad, and this guy and his friend crossed the street. And they're laughing and they're talking, and one guy pulls off the lid of his drink and he throws it on the ground and just keeps walking. I'm like, oh no, he did not just do that. Did he seriously just do that? And he's walking and he's talking. I'm sitting there, I'm like looking at the lid. I'm like, no. And he's coming closer to me and I'm like seething. I'm like, how could somebody do that in this day and age? And so he's walking up closer and I'm wondering, am I going to say something? Am I not? Breath of fire starts coming out. That's when you know I'm seething, is when you hear the breath of fire. So I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I was like, are you going to pick that up? And he looks at me and he goes, you pick it up. And then he just kept walking by. And I'm like, oh no, he didn't. Oh no, he did not. So I just watched the damn lid and it just sat there. You know, the wind's blowing a little bit, so it's rolling to make it dramatic so I could get even more pissed off, right? And all these people are going past it, right? They're watching it. They're like, oh, there's a lid. And they keep going. I'm like, what is with these people? Who are these people? Right? And then, of course, the big shoe comes down from above and steps on my head and says, wait a minute. Why don't you think about this a little more? What is this telling you? Right? Because every single thing that's happening in your reality is a reflection of you. It's something coming back to you to teach you about you. I'm like, oh, damn it. Okay, fine. I take a bite of salad. I look at the situation and I realize that not everybody's living in the same reality, right? My reality is that we never litter. We love our earth. We wouldn't throw something on it because we appreciate our earth. But his reality is very different. He thinks that littering is okay. Now, judgment aside, whether you think littering is okay or it is not, the whole purpose of this story is to understand that you are sharing this earthly game board with people who do not think the same way as you. Their reality is different. It's your job, yes, I said that, it's your job as you're awakening to understand that you can all share this game board together. All right? Now, what happened to the lid? Huh? Right? So in his reality, we're going to get a little esoteric here. His reality, he walks on. He doesn't even think about the lid. He doesn't care about the lid. The lid is not part of his reality anymore. He didn't need it, and so he got rid of it. My reality is, this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen, and I cannot continue on with life with this lid rolling around in front of me. Do you see how these tiny little things can set you in a tizzy? And we don't even realize that we have these beliefs and these opinions about who's right, who's valid. And so one of the requirements for your awakening is that you accept this diversity. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like their behavior. All right? You don't have to. But you are understanding that you're sharing this game board with them and that these things are reflecting back to you to remind you of that. Okay? My reality is no more valid than his. As much as I would like to think so, my little ego, I'm right and he's wrong, they're both equally valid creations. And we both have a right to live on this earth. Okay? Now, we're going to add something to that. We're going to talk about ramifications very quickly, because every single person in every single reality every single thing that they do, every thought, every action, every deed has ramifications, okay? You might call it karma if you want to. So this man who's throwing a cup on the ground is going to have ramifications for that. That's not up to you. You're not there to see him go down. You're there to live your reality. He's there to live his, and we all have to deal with the ramifications of our behavior, okay? So a great opportunity for you to practice unconditional love. He's different than me. I love him anyway. He's going to get what he gets, and I'm going to get what I get, right? From whatever we're dealing with on earth. And all of these multiple realities are existing together on earth, whether you want them to or not. And when they intermingle like this, this is giving you the chance to grow. That's why these things are coming to you. And that's why the litterer came to me, was to show me that, no, my reality is not more valid than his. So next time that happens to you, try and see that it's part of your awakening process to process your feelings and beliefs about reality. Okay? You're going to be changing realities. You're going to be shifting. So I told this story to a couple people and they were waiting. You could tell they were waiting. They're like waiting and waiting, waiting for me to shut up just to find out what I did with the lid, right? Because I mean, if it's in my reality not to litter, what do? Do I go pick up everybody's litter? Do I leave it there and understand that various realities exist? Huh? There's a chance there, if this ever happened to you, for you to define yourself right then and there as to what you do. Do you want me to tell you? I picked up the lid. I watched everybody walk past it and I realized that in my reality, I don't want lids on the ground. And so I picked it up and I threw it away in the trash can, and then I got to forget about it. I got to move on. Because if I sit there and seethe over what someone else did, then I am again rendering his reality invalid. Okay? So, fun stuff, right? This is the little stuff you can learn just by walking down the street, just by eating a salad, just by interacting with people. They're always reflecting something back to you. Okay, don't forget, my lovely friends, you are creating your reality, not just some of it, all of it. And don't forget, always be yourself in your reality all the time. Love.